It's time, motherfuckers! What's up, everybody? Welcome to the greatest show. I'm your host, Dusty Smith, and folks, how the fuck do I do it? It's incredible. It's only been 3 days since my last show, and look at all the content I have found for you, my pretties. Gonna be an epic show, as always. Gonna do it what we do. Thank you for joining me. For those of you who just joined me for the first time, this is the Dusty Smith Show, where we rapidly roll through the 50 most interesting stories of the week, and you can crack jokes in the chat with the greatest audience on YouTube. So do that. Make yourself at home. Gotta be a fucking going. So, folks, let me tell you what I've been doing this week. So, you guys know me. I'm into the VR, the virtual reality, as the kids are calling it these days. And there's kind of a content desert in VR right now. Like, not a whole lot of good VR shit out there. So what they're doing is they're taking older games and they're putting them in VR. And most of them suck. Terrible, to be honest with you. But some of them are pretty good. And so they put Resident Evil 7 into VR. And spoiler alert, for those of you not played this game yet, I'm going to give a little bit of spoilers. But if you ain't played it by now, you probably ain't going to fucking play it. So, for those of you who played VR before, like, it transforms you into another universe. It puts you inside the fucking game. You look around and you're fucking there. You look down, you see your hands. You're like grabbing shit. You're controlling it. You're fucking like in the game, right? So, I get a call from an ex-girlfriend and she's like, help me, Dusty. I've been trapped in this old fucking house. Come rescue me. So I'm like, apparently I ain't got nothing fucking better to do. So I get in my car and head towards this abandoned old ass raggedy fucking house. And I get there, crawl under a fence, get inside the fucking house, looking for my girlfriend, right? Hoping she's all right, not knowing what the fuck's going on. And I finally find her. And I'm like, hey, I'm here to rescue you. Next thing I know, this crazy bitch stabbing me. Yeah, stabbing me all over the fucking place. Pulls out a chainsaw, cuts my goddamn arm off with the chainsaw. I'm like, what the fuck you doing? I came out here to rescue you. This ain't a welcome. You know what? I don't even understand this bullshit. And so, sorry to think I done made a fucking mistake. Coming out here all the way to rescue your ass. You stabbed me. You cut my fucking arm off. Got a fucking stump. That's just rude, bitch. I'm here to help you. I swear to God, this bitch stabbed me 4 or 5 more times. Cuts off another body part or 2 with a chainsaw. I'm out of here. I can't believe what a fucking simp I'm being. Nobody needs to get laid this bad. So anyway, that's as far as I gotten on the game so far. That's my weekend. What you guys been up to? Let me know in the chat. Gonna go ahead and kick it off. Open your hymnals to page 1. You know why? Because it's time for a little religious bullshit. Religious bullshit, religious bullshit, religious motherfucking bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. Everybody, it's time for religious bullshit. As always, time for some religious bullshit. And to start us off with, here's a TikTok video I thought made some pretty good fucking points about
evangelical miracles.
Shut up for a second, I'm explaining it. About how Christians don't actually pray for impossible things to happen. They don't actually pray for true miracles to happen. They pray for things they know are possible to happen instead of the impossible, which just goes to show that they actually don't believe their God does miracles. Let's let this dude explain it to us. Go.
Evangelical miracles. Because there's this idea that miracles happen all the time.
I tagged the creator that made that video. Please go check it out. It's really great. In the video, she talks about an accident she had when she was a kid in which she lost 4 of her teeth. And the dentist and the specialist they talked to said that there was almost no chance that they'd be able to put the teeth back and that her body would accept it. And they prayed about it and they had the surgery and her body did accept it. And her family and the church described it as a miracle. And her story got me thinking about the strange relationship between evangelical Christianity, the kind that I grew up in, and miracles. Because whenever they're referencing proof of God's miraculous power or hoping for a miracle, it's always something that's improbable, not impossible. It's always something like, your cancer has a 95% chance of metastasizing and not going into remission. And it does go into remission. And that's proof of God's miraculous power because something improbable is done. But in the Bible, however, it's usually something impossible. Almost always. I say almost because maybe there are some that are just improbable, but the ones that we know and talk about are the impossible ones. A donkey talking to its owner, water spontaneously turning into wine, the sun freezing in the sky for an entire day, which we all would know would mean the earth actually froze for an entire day, which would have catastrophic effects on the atmosphere, on ocean tides, on gravity. So like every miracle, it's actually a trillion miracles, not just one. But it ties into this because whenever something improbable happens, like her body accepting her teeth, someone that loses the ability to walk, that's told they're never able to walk again, 99% chance, those things Christians pray for because they know they're possible. But if you were to lose your arm in a car accident, your church is not going to hold a meeting or a prayer meeting for your arm to grow back because they know it's not going to happen because it's not improbable, it's impossible. And if God can do anything he wants, if God really is all powerful, why wouldn't you pray for the arm to grow back? I mean, could that is literally impossible. It would be an excellent point to say, hey, look at the God's miraculous power. Can you explain that? It would be great, but God's not going to do it because he doesn't do the impossible, only the improbable. And it's not, like you said, it's not like the impossible is outside his realm of possibility. In the Bible, he did the impossible all the time. But Christians never ask for the impossible because they know he's not going to do it. They only bank on luck happening to, prove the miraculous nature of God. And it was just, I loved her story. Go check it out.
It's bullshit. Why aren't you praying the arms grow back, Christian? Start praying for the impossible. Put your words where your faith is, but we know you don't actually fucking believe it. You're just going through the motions, virtue signaling, pretending, and then all religious bullshit. God damn it. Take their IRS tax exemption away from them. Churches have just become a branch of the GOP. Just right in our fucking faces, ain't trying to hide it. They're daring us to do something about it. Case in point, here's Florida's Parkview Church trying to take over the school boards. The crazy part is they're pretending like it's some kind of anti-Christian to the school board now, but it's not. They already have entirely nothing but Christians on the school board. But they're not the right type of Christians. The type of Christians willing to spread fascism, teach a select version of history in which America is much less racist than it was, a jingoistic, patriotic version, and that's what they're trying to implement to indoctrinate our children. Here's a good clip from him at Meta. Gonna let him explain it all to us.
In the 25 years that I've been pastoring Parkview, never one time in 25 years have I brought a political candidate to the platform.
You're not supposed to. That's the whole fucking point behind your tax-exempt status. So now that you're doing it, you're ready to give up your tax-exempt status, right? Right?
And so today I thought, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right, and I'm going to bring 3. You say, Pastor, why?
Hilarious.
Is the easy answer. For the souls of our kids. Franklin Graham said,
Think of the children. I'm violating my tax-exempt status because of the children. Yeah, because you want to indoctrinate our children. Christians are terrified of educated children. They're terrified of educated anybody, but especially children. Because the more educated you are, the less likely you are to believe that bullshit. And also the more likely you are to be left-leaning, which hurts all of their fucking causes. Because the more educated you are, the more likely not to believe ancient fairy tales and bullshit told to you by con men.
The most important elected position is the school board member. And there's been so much in our world that has been going on. And there have been things that have happened in our school board over the last few years that have deeply disturbed me.
What?
And so today I've asked Jill Woolbright, Will Furry, and Christy Chong to come and be a part of our service. There are 5 school board members. The 2 opposing votes against a conservative agenda, the 2 opposing votes are not up for re-election. So the 3 seats that are being voted for, all 3 must be conservative in order for the school board to be flipped.
They're already conservative.
From liberal to conservative. All 3 of these candidates have been supported and backed by the 1776 project.
Oh, great. So they want to overthrow the government?
The 1776 project has overturned in excess of 40 liberal school boards in the last year.
Super liberal. All our school boards are so liberal.
Rise up against a woke agenda.
So, yeah, take their fucking taxing status. They are now nothing but an arm of the GOP and should be treated as such. And folks, as always, we're going to read all the super chats at halftime. Get your super chats in early and often. It's a great way to support the show. It's literally the lifeblood of the show. So if you love what I do, super chat me and immortalize yourself forever and ever and ever, because I will read everything you say. Ask me a tough question, stump the band. All of it, do the thing, super chats. And next up, a religious bullshit. So I covered this story when the guy was arrested, but now he's been indicted by a grand jury. So this is a pastor, Sean Higgins. And what he did was he set up a catfish account pretending to be a teenage girl. And he would contact young underage boys and hit on them, flirt with them, and send them naked pictures of this, or some teenage girl, or some girl, who knows where he's getting the pictures from. And then he would be like, hey, hit me back with some nude photos and shit. And so they'd be like, cool, this hot teenage girl is sending me nudes. I'm going to send nudes back. So they take little 13-year-old dick pics. I guess they range the age from 12 to 17. They take pics of their little boy dicks and shit and send it to him. And then he'd be like, hey, if you don't go in your bathroom and film yourself masturbating while I watch you and order you around, I'm going to release these to everybody on your contact list. He would go take screenshots of their friends list on Facebook and basically blackmail them. So super genius plan. And yeah, I got caught. A bunch of them turned him into the fucking cops and they tracked his ass down. So shocker, it was a youth pastor. I wonder why so many youth pastors turn out to be pedophiles. It's a mystery. It's almost like because the cult-like idiots that follow religions just hand over children to them. Yeah, you can be trusted. You're a youth pastor, right? You're going to teach my kids all about the love of Jesus. Yeah, you're going to teach them the love of something. But it's on you, Christians. It's totally on you at this fucking point. And one more. This is so fucking pathetic. So here's Pastor Hank Kuhneman is pissed off that some people in his congregation feel comfortable enough with him to call him by his first name, Hank, which he finds disrespectful. Oh no, you think you're on the same level as me? Hell no, I'm way above you. Better treat me with respect. Hard to believe every single person didn't walk out of the sermon, but they had no self-respect. They love a daddy abusing them. Christianity is nothing but an abusive relationship. Case in point.
The pastor was never called by his first name. People that call me Hank do not get my attention. Well, you're just into pastor worship. That used to go around. Oh, they're just into pastor worship. They're posting pictures of the pastor. The pastor needs to be called pastor. Well, the user-friendly movement is to blame for that. Let's just put the pastor down on the same level of everybody else, and let's just call him, you know, Hank. And
fucking Jesus literally washed people's feet, dude. I don't even believe in any of that shit, but how do I know it better than you do?
Brenda and Christy and Shane and Doug, and let's just, you know, we're all equal, and let's not worship the pastor. No, there's a difference between worshiping and honoring. I don't worship Pastor Brenda. I honor her. I worship God. But here's what you have to understand. When you call me Hank, you are dishonoring what was given to me by Jesus, the Lord of the church. He gave some, not all.
You're so important.
To be given a holy office and a holy title. that was not given by their choice. I didn't call myself to be a pastor.
Yeah, you
I
did.
didn't call myself to be a prophetic
Yes, you
vessel. Jesus did.
No, he didn't. Doesn't exist.
So you have to learn to honor that. You would not bring
Don't.
President Trump in here and say, hello, Donald.
I would. I would probably call him dickhead, but
I don't think that would be smart. I don't think he would be good. I don't think you should do that. I don't think you're an idiot. I think that's fake. I
give
don't
a
like
fuck
it.
about him.
Well, what if Biden came in here? Hi, Joe.
Yep.
Because he ain't the president. Do not ask me to pray presidential prayers over the guy in the White House. He didn't win. He is treasonous. It's illegal. He's doing evil. They've done evil to our country, and I'm sorry. They dishonored our country, our Constitution.
They dishonored our country. So for now, I'm calling this guy Hank. Not even Pastor Hank. None of that shit. He's Hank. Because he hates that shit. So welcome to your new nickname, Hank. I'm going to drill that shit forever. And that's my quick but super cool religious bullshit. Hope you guys enjoyed it. What you dirty, sexy poors have to say. Good to see you tonight. Been looking forward to hanging out with you guys all weekend. Hey, Hank. Yep, I heard that. He shall forever be known as the Hank. Yeah, okay, Hank. Yep, exactly. Evil. Yeah, I know, right? Hypocrisy. That's all they are. That's all they got. Now, folks, got a long, powerful Chud watch. Prepare your anus. Chud watch. Talking about Chud watch. We talk about Chud and make fun of them. Yeah, we do. It started off right tonight. For those who don't know, what Chud is a cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller. It's a term we use to make fun of conservatives with, because they're all zombies looking for breeds because they ain't got any. And starting out right with little bitty Shapiro, mad at John Fetterman because he whooping that candy ass of Mehmet Oz. Apparently, conservatives aren't doing as good as they thought they were going to be doing in the midterms election. They're kind of scared because they're putting forward a lot of shitty candidates. And so they got to do whatever they can to prop up the garbage that they're supporting. So here's Ben Shapiro showing exactly how important he finds the issues by attacking John Fetterman for his looks. Let's have a listen to this.
I'd like to introduce you to John Fetterman.
Okay,
John Fetterman is the Democrats' Pennsylvania Senate candidate for the open seat left by Republican Pat Toomey.
True story.
Right now, he is leading his race against Dr. Mehmet Oz.
He sure is.
Now, you might wonder why John Fetterman is leading that race.
I am not wondering that at all. I've been paying attention to the race, and his opponent is completely fucking ridiculous. It's not even from the same state that he's running in, and everybody sees that he's an outsider and doesn't want him in there. So it's very obvious, Ben Shapiro.
After all, he doesn't truly have the makings of a traditionally successful candidate. For example,
He does.
John Fetterman is really weird looking. He's 6'8". He's bald.
He is tall, and he is weird looking. These are really important things in a congressional race, you know. I'm not superficial and stupid at all.
As an egg. He's tattooed and goateed. If you slap some bolts on his neck, he's a dead ringer for Peter Boyle playing Frankenstein's monster. And John Fetterman isn't exactly the picture of health. He suffered a debilitating stroke just a few months ago. It was a stroke so severe, it left him off the campaign.
So anyway, he goes on to basically declare that the media love John Fetterman because he is a career useless person. That's their chief qualification. But I would have looked up John Fetterman and like, dude graduated from Harvard? Oh no, pretty impressive to me. I didn't graduate from fucking high school, got my GED, so he making me look real bad. If this is a useless fucking person, I don't want to even think about what the fuck I am. I'm completely garbage. And folks, speaking of little Benny Shapiro, here is a real video, true story of Benny Shapiro when he was a teenage boy.
Think you're better than me, Paul? You think just because you're hanging here all day, you're higher than me, you're better than me? Yeah, well, I don't miss you. You're not. I'm a body. I can think. Yeah, you are not better than me at all. Yeah, I'll teach you. Whoa.
True story.
story, folks. That's actually Ben Shapiro. I would put my hand on a stack of Bibles and swear to it. You can hold me to that.
And then on the Chud Watch today in Republicanism, they still mad at John Fetterman, and I don't really understand why, because the things they say just make him seem cooler to me. PA Tim Fetterman wants to reimagine policing and release 1/3 of the prisoners. Good? We should reimagine the police. We should have 1/3 less prisoners. We have more people incarcerated in this country than any other fucking country. Non-violent drug offenders should be released, not arrested to begin with. We should fix our laws so it doesn't imprison so many people. WIGM Mandela Barnes wants to defund what he calls over-bloated police budgets. Good? All that sounds good, but now they're like, defund the IRS! Abolish the IRS! I mean, like, how the government gonna work? We don't have taxes. I don't even understand what, like, who gonna pay your bloated salary, Ted Cruz? Nobody gonna work for free? Hell no! You guys are so ridiculous. And then, folks, did you know that on March 9th, 2022, Joe Biden ended America as we know it? This guy gonna tell us all about it, and this is real. You should be afraid. Here we go.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for
dude.
joining me for today's talk. There's an urgent situation unfolding in America.
Okay, what is it?
And today I'll unveil all the unnerving details.
Thank you.
So let's get started with a critical question.
Okay.
Where were you on March 9th, 2022? when
Oh, this is easy. Where was I on March 9th, 2022? Well, March 10th is my birthday, but I don't celebrate my birthday. But luckily, I do the same thing every day. I watch TV and smoke weed and masturbate. So I was probably watching TV, smoke weed, and masturbating. So that's the great thing about doing the same thing all the time. When somebody asks you what you did on a specific date, you always know. Next question, please.
President Biden signed the death warrant on American freedom.
You did what?
On that day, in a hush ceremony at the White House,
Oh my
without the
God.
approval of Congress, the states, or the American people.
That sounds awful.
Biden signed into law Executive Order
What
14067.
the fuck?
Buried in his order are a few paragraphs titled Section 4. The language in Section 4 makes Order 14067 the most treacherous act
Can you read
by
it
a
to
sitting
us?
president in the history of our republic.
No, you can't.
Because Section 4 sets the stage for legal government surveillance of all U.S. citizens.
Does it?
Total control over your bank accounts and purchases.
That
And the
sounds
ability
bad.
to silence all dissenting voices for good.
Wow.
In this new
Just
world,
unilaterally signed that into law as the president without going through Congress? That seems not true, but continue, please.
war and freedom, the Dems aren't coming for your guns. No, they're thinking much bigger than that. They're coming for your money. And it's already started. Hi, my name is Jim Rickards. I'm a former advisor to the Pentagon, the White House, Congress.
Whose advisor? Which one? Are you the one under the Bush administration or the Trump administration? Are you a war criminal or you are put in place by the goof who was on the reality show? I don't even care.
The CIA, and the Department of Defense.
Uh-huh.
I'm also an attorney, investment banker, and author of 7 books on currencies
give
and
a fuck.
international economics. When places like Fox, CNBC, or Bloomberg want to know what's about to shake up the global economy,
I'm sure you're
they
very
call me.
important.
Most of all, like you, I'm a proud American patriot.
Oh, God, you lost me.
The disturbing predictions you're about to see are based on my independent research and my contacts in the intelligence community.
These contacts.
I've never made this kind of public announcement before.
But now he needs
But
money.
it's my duty to pull the alarm.
Uh-huh.
This
You're
is
pulling
what I
something.
believe Section 4 of Biden's order means for all Americans.
Uh-huh.
The U.S. dollar will be made obsolete.
Okay.
Soon your cash will be confiscated or will simply be worthless paper. The cash currency we have now will be replaced with a new programmable digital token.
So credits?
But the truth is, few outside the deep state recognize Biden's move for what it really is.
Uh-huh.
If my predictions are correct,
They're
this
not.
is so much more sinister than simply replacing the cash dollar with a new digitized version.
You're dumb.
Friend, this new currency will allow for total control of all American citizens.
Uh-huh.
Because every digital dollar will be programmed by the government.
Okay.
That means they will be able to turn on or turn off your money
Cool.
at will.
So, I, for some reason, decided not to take this guy's word for it, and I decided to go look, and I know you're going to be shocked, but none of this is fucking true, even a little bit. So, Executive Order 1467, ensuring responsible development of digital assets. So, basically, He's talking here about how, hey, you know how so many people are getting ripped off in crypto? Like Coinbase just went under. People put their whole life savings into it. And they were like, hey, you can't get your money out. We are going bankrupt. That sucks to be you. And even, some of those people were even told that it was FDI insured. So the government was going to insure it, but of course it wasn't. So they were lied to. People being scammed out of their fucking money all over the place. And also, criminals are using Bitcoin and other crypto coins to carry out illegal activities such as, you know, sex trafficking or ransomwares and shit. And so Joe Biden's like, hey, we should look into this and see if the United States can lead the way into making sure that we have a more secure system that doesn't scam people or it's not used for a lot of criminal activity. And if you look down on part 4, basically all he says is, hey, I'm ordering the government to basically write a book report on how we could do better. And then I'm going to use this book report on you guys' suggestions to try to submit laws to Congress. But literally all it is, hey, write me a book report. No laws are put in place. Nothing has been changed. Zero's done. Within 180 days, this date, the Secretary of the Treasury and the consultant with the Secretary of State and the Attorney General, blah, 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 shall submit to the President a report. So all this is calling for them to write a report for him so he can decide what he wants to do in the future. That's it. God damn it, conservatives, all they are lying fucking con men. It's so scary. But I saw them sharing this everywhere on conservative social media because the truth matters not. It's all a bullshit scam. And then, folks, so cringe. Cringe warning for those susceptible to cringe-induced injuries. Ron DeSantis wants you to know that Florida is where wokes go to die.
I think in Florida, and we need this to be true in Pennsylvania, around the country, we can't just stand idly by while woke ideology ravages every institution.
Please define woke. Please, because as far as I know, woke just means a realization that there is racial injustice in this country. But of course, to them, woke is just anything. Anything we don't like is woke. Everything is woke. Woke is everywhere. Woke is in the dumpster. About to jump out and get y'all. Better be afraid of this bullshit we just invented.
In our society. We must fight the woke in our schools. We must fight the woke in our businesses. We must fight the woke in government agencies.
Holy shit, this sounds so much like McCarthyism, doesn't it? The Red Scare. Except now it's wokeism. They're everywhere, folks. They're gonna get you.
We can never, ever surrender to woke ideology. And I'll tell you this, the state of Florida is where woke goes to die.
So meaningless. While the world burns down around us, global warming, wealth inequality, homelessness. Holy shit, this is what they're trying to make people focus on. Literally nothing. Something they can't even define. To distract you and get you to vote against your own best interest, and it works, but only on fucking morons, luckily. And I agree with Dan Rather here. If Martin Luther King Jr. were alive today, he would be stigmatized as woke and attacked accordingly. He would not be welcome in Florida. Every bit of the civil rights movement would have been declared woke. Oh, we gotta attack wokeness. Just the same goddamn bullshit game plan. But you know what? Now, I have never watched The Sopranos before, of course, because why would I watch that? But I'm pretty sure if they made The Sopranos in today's woke times, like one of the mobsters would probably be gay or something, probably. And AJ, who I assume is Tony Soprano's son, would be diagnosed with ADHD, probably. And Tony would probably be in therapy or some shit. Probably have mommy issues or some pussy crap like that. I'm just glad that show wasn't woke. I'm assuming. Once again, never seen it. And then, on the what? Oh yeah, folks, this is what it's really all about. The whole war against wokeness. Nearly 2 million fewer students have enrolled in public schools. They've chased the teachers away. They've demonized the public schools. And exactly what they want to happen has happened. Fewer students. Because education is the raid, the roach spray to conservatism. The more education you have, the less likely you are to believe that bullshit, and they're terrified. Because up until now, they've been able to rule us by minority, despite the fact they get far, far, far fewer votes than we do, because their policies are so unpopular. They're now realizing, holy shit, we're so unpopular now, we can't even rule for minority anymore. What are we going to do? Well, we have to demonize education. We have to lean into the party of anti-intellectualism, and that's what they've done in spades. And unfortunately, it's working. The new America, they love their poorly educated, don't they? And they lie, they lie, they lie. All they fucking do is lie. So here is Patel, one of Trump's lackeys, claiming in 2020, hey, we know that the documents Trump had at Mar-a-Lago that the FBI found when they went in and submitted him with a warrant and searched his property. We knew all those classified documents, all those nuclear secrets. We know for a fact they've been declassified because Trump told us himself in October of 2020 on his social media. He told us he had declassified them all. Let me play it for you, then I'm going to explain to you why he's lying.
Required. That is a fiction being created by the fake news and the radical left. In October of 2020, President Trump put out for the world to see a sweeping declassification order, and he did it via social media. Every single Russiagate doc, every single Hillarygate doc, every one. Those are his words. That is the precedent that the President of the United States is allowed to operate under. And then in December and January, on the way out, eyewitness.
So, sort of true what he's saying. Trump did say that on social media, but here's the rub. Of course, always half-truths, lies, and misinformation. So Trump got on his social media, and he was like, I'm declassifying all of the Russia. I have fully authorized the total declassification of any and all documents pertaining to the single greatest political crime in American history, the Russia hoax. Likewise, the Hillary Clinton email scandal, no redactions. So everybody was like, really? He's declassifying all that shit? All his top secret shit about his Russia dealings? Okay, well, people started filing FOIA requests, federal information requests, and their argument was like, hey, Trump said on social media he had declassified all this stuff, so we should have immediate access to it. But his administrative lawyers went to court and said when President Donald Trump tweeted that he had authorized full declassifications of all the documents having to do with the Russia investigation, he didn't mean it literally and didn't intend to make public information from the Mueller investigation, White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows said in a court filing Tuesday. So yes, Trump might have said publicly that he was declassifying it all, but then he went to court and argued that, nah, I didn't mean it. Just kidding. Psych your minds. So yeah, why do you tell that, Patel? Of course, because they're liars, damnable liars. That's all they got. That's all they do. That's all they have. That's all they are. But luckily, they're so easy to call out for it. It's hilarious. And then, folks, there's no amount of loyalty you can have to Trump where he won't turn his back on you. It's a complete fucking one-way street. No matter how much you kowtow to him, you pander to him, you do exactly what the fuck he wants, he's still going to throw you under the bus the first chance he gets. Case in point, Donald Trump launched a furious attack on broken-down hack Mitch McConnell and his crazy wife and bust up over a GOP Senate candidate. So he mad that Mitch McConnell dared tell the truth that Republicans have not put forth quality candidates and therefore might not take back Congress in 2022. And Trump all mad. He making fun of Mitchell's wife, Mitch McConnell's wife, because that's what he does. He'll attack your family. He'll attack... God damn it, guys. Come on. Fuck. I'm going to keep talking. I'm going to go fix my lights. The cat's just ruined. 1 second, please. It's always fun, folks, because we have 10 cats 10 cats fucking my show up all the goddamn time. 10 goddamn cats knocking my lights off. So anyway, no matter how loyal you are to Trump, he has no loyalty back to you. And it's hilarious to watch. All you motherfuckers getting your comeuppance. This is what you're gonna get. The more you support this orange piece of shit, the more he's gonna throw you on the bus as soon as it's politically feasible for him to do so. So, and of course, I ain't defending Mitch McConnell's wife either. She a crook, just like Mitch McConnell is. So, good. I say let them fight. It's amazing. Fuck everything about these people. Boom, did it. Fixed everything. Amazing. It's almost like the cats aren't fucking my whole goddamn show up. And then, on the Chud Watch. Beep, beep, beep. Here we go. Ted Cruz, folks. Hilarious. So, Ted Cruz is out there trying to defend Donald Trump, but he's so fucking stupid that his defense of Donald Trump is to compare him to Al Capone. One of the biggest fucking criminals, one of the most famous, infamous criminals of all fucking time. Comparing Donald Trump to Al Capone is somehow a defense of him. That's how wild and crazy these motherfuckers have gotten. Listen to this shit.
Is there any justification for the raid?
No good one. What is really distressing, looking now at the warrant and what they were searching for, this was a fishing expedition. It was an old-fashioned fishing expedition. I actually think it had little to nothing to do with classified documents. What this was about was January 6th. What this was about was the FBI and DOJ wanting to send in a team to say, let's grab every piece of paper we can find, and maybe we'll get something incriminating. And look, that's not a new thing for law enforcement to do. Sometimes, you know, if you're going after Al Capone, you try to go after him on income tax evasion. It's not new for law enforcement to try to find a hook. And so the classified documents, the presidential records, they had a hook to say, well, he may have brought a piece of paper or maybe multiple pieces of paper that we've asked for back. And so we've got a claim to send in the troops.
Is there any justification?
It's hilarious. You know, Capone was fucking guilty. He was even guilty of the tax evasion, which he eventually went down for, but he was guilty of a bunch of shit. He was a criminal. So not the defense you think it is, Ted. Holy shit. And folks, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I bet Ted Cruz wasn't always a giant weirdo, creepy piece of shit. I mean, surely when he was a young lad, he was normal and not weird as fuck, but you would be wrong. Here's a recently uncovered video of young Ted Cruz just being the creepy-ass weirdo he still is today. Let's have a look.
Is that like sweat on my butt? No, oh, I see. What you want me to do, what I want to do in life. Well, my aspiration is to, I don't know, be in a teen tit film like that guy who played Horatio. You know, he was in Malibu Bikini Beach Shop. Well, other than that, take over the world domination, rule everything, rich, powerful, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, well, you got that, didn't you? You learned from your old criminal daddy, con man of a feather. But yeah, he wants to be in a teen tit film. Super cool. Let's put that guy in Congress, shall we? Great, Texas. You guys are just terrific over there. And then, folks, they accidentally let some more truth on Fox News. I don't know, like, who is asleep at the switch there on Fox News, keeps letting truth seep through every once in a while, but super cool. I'm here for it. Let's watch.
Just saying, it's unfair to reduce a thing that is unequivocally a good thing to just, it's one good thing. There are a bunch of good things in there, and just because it's not your politics doesn't mean that it doesn't count.
This is
and
about
if you look back,
green energy.
No,
people aren't
it's
ready
about green
for it.
energy. It's about saving people's lives. It's making sure that they have health care. Oh, yes, health care saves people's lives.
Get her.
When history looks back at the first 2 years of the Biden term, they will see the American Rescue Act. They will see bipartisan infrastructure, the PACT Act, the CHIPS Act, the Inflation Reduction Act. They will see that al-Zawahiri is dead. They will see record jobs numbers. They will see low unemployment. And I'm not saying that they will say Joe Biden was God's gift to the presidency, but do not reduce what has been accomplished in this term. And Democrats got that done with the slimmest of majorities.
Well, if
just saying.
And of course, they got the big genius thinkers on there. This professional wrestler guy, I think's what he is. I don't know. Not sitting their best on Fox News, but you love to see it. Wonder if they're ever going to invite that lady back again. And God damn it, has there ever been any more larger victims than conservatives? Here's Ron Watkins, the guy who was Q, his father. Jim Watkins, the guy that ran 8chan, 8cud, you know, the pedophile-friendly Nazi website. Well, apparently, they were having network issues. You know, like sometimes internet-based companies have. But of course, folks, it's some kind of giant conspiracy. He's the victim of violating his rights somehow.
Give you guys an update. The biggest thing that's going on right now is we're having a lot of network problems because of some knuckleheads that violating my rights in various ways. Really stepping all over.
How is having network issues? Anybody violating your rights and looking a lot like Ron Jeremy these days. Not looking great, but the same people that continue to tell us, hey, don't blame other people for your problems. Take responsibility. Always playing the victim because that's what they got. Every accusation is a confession by conservatives. And let's check in with conservative cartoonist Ben Garrison to see what he's up to. And yeah, I have not been paying attention to the Alex Jones trial, but I assume this is what happens. You got ultra-million defamation case, and then there's like a laser going poof zzz, and they cut his megaphone in half, and it's the New World Order. Oh my God! And he's bald as fuck, and he's like, "Do you expect me to talk?" And they're like, "No, Mr. Jones, we expect you to die." But no, they just wanted to shut the fuck up. Mostly, they just want him to not declare children who have been murdered in schools were fake actors and their parents are lying so that his crazy-ass cult following go and harass them and send them death threats. You know, but whatever. Made him way thinner. Same height, though. So nailed that at least, Ben Garrison. And then Michael Flynn. Former General Michael Flynn and Roger Stone have both endorsed this guy. Holy shit. So I'm going to play this clip for you. And if this guy looks familiar, there's good reason. I have shown you a video of him before. I'm going to catch you up on it. But first off, here he is playing Billy Badass. He wishes some FBI would come serve him a warrant, because if you come serve him a warrant, he gonna murder you all. Yeah. Another conservative that has lots of respect for law enforcement.
When they turned up at Mar-a-Lago and raided the home of President Trump, that was an assault on every one of the 75 million people that voted for Donald Trump. It was an assault on democracy. These people will stop at nothing. I wish they'd turn up at my home, because they'd have gone home in a body bag.
Ooh,
bottom line.
That is literally a threat to murder law enforcement from the Back the Blue crowd. Super tough. You know, if the motherfucking FBI showed up this guy's house with AR-15s, John, he'd be like, "Yes, sir. Yes, what can I do for you, sir? Would you like some tea and crumpets? Please come in, sir. Make yourself at home. Can I kiss your booty cheeks?" You know he would. Always playing tough as folks. But this is not the first time we've seen this completely John Human Pala fucking shit. So this is one of the guys who is the exact type of guy conservatives claim they hate. These entitled bullies. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? So remember this guy got pulled over by law enforcement and then played the "I'm so important, I'm gonna get you fired" car. Remember this shit? A GOP political candidate in Florida threatened a police officer's job after getting pulled over for speeding and texting while driving.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing, sir? I'm Sebastian Sarasota Police Department. You're on audio and video recording. The reason for the stop: you were observed going 57 and a 40, and you were on your phone texting while you were doing that. That was at Euclid and Fruitville.
You don't need to point at me, officer.
I'm not pointing at you. I'm pointing in the direction where it was.
I just called the chief. How's that?
Go right ahead, sir. Can I see your license?
Right?
I'm gonna call
Yes,
the
sir,
chief.
I do.
You know who I
Can I see your
am.
license, registration, insurance?
I'm so important.
Yes, sir.
Better watch it. He'll kill you. He's just said what he'll do.
I'm sorry?
This fucking piece of shit, dude. They think they're above the law because they do get treated like that.
Call the supervisor. I just spoke to your boss.
Okay. You want your paperwork?
Is it your Russian immigrant status that makes you talk to people like this?
10-14-6.
Non sequitur.
14 dispatch, can you have my supervisor respond, please?
Yeah. And then we'll see who goes.
Okay. You don't want your paperwork?
6142, can you be 51 to Greatville Street? You don't have a warrant.
Sir, you're going to be issued a citation.
Anything you have to say. I'll wait for the supervisor.
Martin Hyde is a Republican running for Congress in the Florida 16th District. He was pulled over by Sarasota officer Julie Beskin on February 14th. During the stop, Hyde can be heard making at times vaguely threatening remarks about Beskin's job security as well as Russian immigrant status. He also asked her to point blank at one point, "Do you know who I am?"
You know what he said about you? You want to hear what he said about you?
He could say all he wants about me. I got a job to do, sir.
You know what he said about you?
If he fails to complete...
Like this.
Okay.
And he's going to have you again.
And that's fine.
It's not fine. Why do you keep saying it's fine?
Sir?
I'm a law-abiding citizen, and you're being bloody rude to me.
If you decide to go ahead and do the court, just make sure you do a prior to submission of payment, as they do require a certificate of completion. If you sign up for it, you must complete it. Otherwise, they will go ahead.
Guys, hey, stop it, hey! Sorry, I didn't mean to scream at you guys, but the cats are fighting right in front of me. All right, assholes, quit that shit. All right, let's continue.
And suspend your license. You are going to be issued a citation for texting and driving. Okay? You are going to be issued a citation for texting and driving. Your fine is $116. Information back. You're going to have an option to plead guilty and an option to plead not guilty. You are going to be issued a citation for failure to provide your registration upon request. Your fine is $116. Information back. You can plead guilty or not guilty.
You're lying.
Green paper. Green paper tells you have 30 days to repay.
Why are you lying?
You have 30 days to reply. Your payment options are on the green form.
Why are you lying?
Phone number on the bottom in case you have any questions. When my supervisor comes, I'll wait for him with you if you like me to. Your citation's over there. You can accept them. I will wait. I will wait, but I will wait in my car. There you go.
Darling, Hyde apologized for his behavior in a Facebook post. I was belligerent and rude to the officer who stopped me. I'm not going to justify my poor temper on that day or an attempt to. He says, I'm not going to try to justify it, and then he turns around and he does just that. Tries to justify it. I have faults, and one of them is being overly aggressive on occasion when I'm challenged. In the political arena, that is possibly a good thing, but on a personal level, it's not. So basically saying, hey, what I did is actually good. I will be a good politician. I proved it by how I was completely fucking rude, a piece of shit, self-serving, arrogant. Won't I make a great congressman? And conservatives like, yeah, this is the type of manly man we need. We love guys who are rude to fucking police officers while we back the blue. Yep, conservatives, this is what you guys are. This is what you're all fucking about. And man, they so mad about any show with the woman in it these days. It's fucking nuts. They mad at the She-Hulk television show. And they gotta find any reason to criticize it they can. Because it has a woman starring in it. It's woke. It's feminist. So there's one scene where the Incredible Hulk is trying to teach her to control her anger. And she's not complaining about it. She's basically saying, hey, I don't need to do this training because I am very good at withholding my anger. I was catcalled on the street. You have no idea, like, what I go through in New York City. I hold my anger really good. She wasn't complaining or anything. But, of course, they have to take everything out of context to make like it's some kind of woke feminist bullshit. I was catcalled on the street. You have no idea what I go through. My father beat my mother to death. What the fuck? And I'm pretty sure also this is his sister, so wouldn't that also apply to her? I don't know, but like the show's not that bad. Why you guys have to find woke feminist bullshit and everything? Imagine living like this. your life would be so just empty and ridiculous. But I guess, it is empty and ridiculous. That's why you're conservatives. You want people to be as miserable as you are. And then, here's another example. One of these Nick Fuentes acolytes that the most popular Republican congresswoman is hanging out with, and just telling us exactly what they want to do.
To do is win. What I want to do is I want to see true patriots get into power and wield that power.
Oh, cousin? All right.
And stop immigration and cut all foreign aid and end transgenderism. I want to see them not only, take transgenderism or the LGBTQ agenda out of schools, but I want to see them take it out of the country. I want to see them go as far right as possible and then go even further right than that. Because that's the only way that we can keep liberalism and these left-wing lunatics at bay. AOC should be in jail. Ilhan Omar, jail. All of these people, the liberal down the street who votes for these people, they shouldn't be allowed to vote. These are the things that we should be thinking about.
I know, right?
These are the solutions that we need in this country.
Definitely. Fuck democracy. Just don't let your political enemies vote. Hey, we're already ruling you by minority. Let's just take away your vote completely, and then we don't have to worry about it at all. We could just install Trump as a dictator, and everything will be super cool here in the freest country in the world.
Protect it from the evils of globalism, from the evils of leftism, from the evils of Marxism. From demons. These people are demons. Do you understand that?
I do understand.
This isn't just some kooky liberal down the street wants to dress up as a girl and play with Barbies, but he's actually a guy and it's kind of fucking weird.
I just want healthcare.
It's not that. These people are demons. They want to kill you. They're coming for your wife. They're coming for your children.
I don't want your fucking ugly wife, dude. You can have her, and I don't like children, so you can keep your fucking children. I just want fucking healthcare, okay? It's not hard.
They're gonna put down your dog.
I'm not.
You have Spark over there, and he's wearing a Trump 2024 bandana. They're gonna shoot him in the head. When will you realize that this is a life or death scenario?
Never, because none of that's true. I'll adopt your dog. I'll spoil the fuck out of him, make him fat, and give him a good life, but I'm not going to kill him. What the fuck? And speaking of Nick Fuentes acolytes, here's another one. Incel and Nick Fuentes fans threaten to attack Turning Point USA event in Tampa. So imagine Turning Point USA, which is Watermelon Head Charlie Kirk's organization, not being far right enough for you, not being fascist enough for you, not being white supremacist enough for you. Well, this guy's Mexican. How can you be part of a white supremacist organization when you're Mexican? What is wrong with you? Alexandro Velasquez, anyway, a San Antonio man who sympathizes with the so-called incel movement and reportedly attended the conservative CPAC confab in Dallas last year, is facing federal charges over an alleged threat to carry out a mass attack on Turning Point USA. Student Action Summit in Tampa last month. Alejandro Richard Velasquez Gomez, that's a mouthful, 19, was arrested August 11th on one count of making threatening interstate communication, along with one count of possession of child pornography. Shocker! He's a pedo. Okay, groomers. Every accusation is a confession stemming from 3 images investigators found on his cell phone, according to a criminal complaint filed in U.S. District Court. The case against Velasquez first reported by San Antonio Express News, which speculated he was targeting Turn Up USA because the group had excluded far-right firebrand Nick Fuentes from its gathering last year. And of course, Nick Fuentes immediately threw him under the bus, because that's what's going to happen to all you motherfuckers. No matter how loyal you are to them, no matter how you're doing exactly what they're telling you to do, when push comes to shove, they have no loyalty towards you. They're going to throw you on the bus every fucking time, and good. You get what you fucking deserve, and that is my Chud Watch. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Got to do one more section and then read the Super Chats. Get your Super Chats in for halftime. But let's read what the Dirty Sexapoles have to say. This chat is the best. We do have the best YouTube audience in the history of this whole goddamn website. You guys are amazing and what make the show so great. Appreciate you joining midnight. What you guys gotta say? Slick Fuentes really needs to just come out as a penis enthusiast. Yep, he a pedophile. I just know it, folks. I just know it in my heart. I have faith that he is. I don't have any evidence. Don't sue me. Just my opinion. I'm just asking a question. Is he a pedophile? People are talking and saying things. I've heard things, but I'm not saying he is. I'm just asking questions. Every accusation is confession. I like it. It's a good one. Spread it around. I totally invented that. Wink. And now, folks, time to do a little bit of what the fuck. What the fuck? WTF question mark, WTF exclamation point. And first off, on tonight's what the fuck? Hey, have you guys been sunning your holes? Well, why not? According to this, people always ask me how I am so happy all the time. Sunning your holes for 2 minutes a day will increase your vibrations. Try it. And I know what you guys are thinking. You're just going to wave this away and not take this seriously. But before you just laugh it off, I myself have been trying this. Sunning my holes for 2 minutes a day. And my neighbors are pissed. So that's sort of hilarious, to be honest with you. It's making me happier. So don't knock it till you try it. Might be something to this. And then, on what the fuck? Police in Pennsylvania say this man tried to buy stolen human remains. I'm like, what? This guy? Jeremy? Jeremy did that? Are you sure? Are you positive? Jeremy, like the nicest guy I fucking know. Man, I only wish there was some kind of sign that he was into this weird bullshit. I didn't see anything. Jeremy did this? I just can't believe it, folks. You think you know somebody. You think you fucking know somebody. But apparently, he was, had like a Facebook group or something where he was selling body parts because he was, one of these people like, ooh, I'm into the obscure and weird, and you too can be super edgy and cool and buy body parts from me. And he was trying to buy body parts from Facebook Messenger, which, you know, I guess if you're going to buy human body parts, where better place to buy them than Facebook Messenger? That's where I got my truck. I don't know. Get trucks there, human body parts. It's a one-stop shopping for everything. I still can't believe it, though. I didn't see evidence before I believe that Jeremy would be involved in something like this. He's such a nice, humble young man. And then, oh, what the fuck? Man who intended, or that's the man who intended to resell body parts, allegedly bought stolen human remains. Police said, I already told you guys that. And his name really is Jeremy. I wasn't even making that up. I looked that shit up ahead of time. And then, folks, finally, one of these Trump trucks I agree with. Blue Lives Matter? Okay, I don't agree with that part, but this next part. All lives, keep your ass splatter off the road. And like, I agree. All lives, everybody who's living, all of you, keep your ass splatter off the road. That's not where your ass splatter belongs. That's just nasty. Take that shit to the bathroom or something, okay? Don't dirty up our roads with your ass splatter. Preach it, Trumpy. And then, you guys see this one? Apparently, Gina Carano, former MMA fighter, was in some Disney shit, and now she in a new movie about Joe Biden's son, Hunter? It's called, what the fuck's it called? My Son? Let me look it up here. It says, My Son Hunter is the name of the fucking movie. Former Star Wars star Gina Carano is set to play a Secret Service agent whose hair is sniffed by Joe Biden in a new biopic. They actually released some footage, some photos. This is an actual photo from the fucking movie. Joe Biden kissing her neck and shit. Holy shit. Let me play you guys the very short clip they have for this.
Good boy.
Let's watch it one more time. An unreported story society. Let's go. Witness the.
Good boy.
sensational, bombshell, unbelievable, scandalous, corrupt, censored, shocking, true story. My Son Hunter. So this is a movie brought to us by the giant top tier AAA movie producers from Breitbart. So you know this shit gonna be good, folks. Carano plays a Secret Service agent tasked with working in close proximity with Biden, while John James from Dynasty plays Biden himself. I was like, who the fuck is John James? Never heard of this guy. Had to look him up, and I gotta say, I don't think this is the right guy. I don't think this is the guy playing. Maybe he's a great actor and he playing Joe Biden. I don't think this is the guy playing Biden though. It must be this guy over here. Yeah, that guy looks a lot more like Biden, so that's probably him. But anyway, despite this claim, I guess it says, witness the sensational, bombshell, unbelievable, scandalous, corrupt, censored, shocking, true story of the Biden lies. Despite this claim, the film is expected to deviate significantly from confirmed facts. My Son Hunter's opening line, delivered by Carano's character, reportedly disclaims this is not a true story, except for all the facts. There's such thing as Joe Biden, and Hunter Biden is his son. Those are facts. The rest of it we just made the fuck up, but it's true-ish. Who you gonna believe? Imagine falling this far. Holy shit. I almost feel sorry for Gina Carano. Imagine starring in a Disney hit fucking show about Star Wars. And then imagine Disney's like, hey, we like your character so much, we're gonna give you your own fucking show on Disney. Your own high budget show. You're the fucking star of Gina Carano. And Gina Carano's like, hey, I'm gonna go on Twitter and call people who are anti-vax the same as Holocaust victims. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? And then you end up having to do movies like fucking this for Breitbart. Almost feel bad. I don't feel bad at all, but almost like a hair feel bad for her. Good luck on your movie career there, Gina Carano. Seems to be doing swell. Bully for you. And folks, not Gary Busey. Oh no, apparently Gary Busey is charged with sex offenses at Monster Mania Con, where he was like the star performer. People were like, hey, we want to go to this Monster Mania Con to take a picture with Gary Busey, apparently. And so while he was there, he was groping all the ladies' private parts, which you're not supposed to do, apparently. That's what I'm told. And so, they issued fucking warrant for his arrest. I guess they arrested him, I don't know, for attempted criminal sexual contact and shit. And this is a weird story, but believe it or not, the story gets even fucking weird, y'all. First off, did you know that Gary Busey used to have a reality show called I'm with Busey? And guess who was the director of his short-lived reality show, I'm with Busey? I bet you can't guess. I bet you can't. It was Sam Cedar. Sam Cedar directed I'm with Busey. And Sam Cedar says, I worked pretty closely with Gary Busey over the course of directing I'm with Busey. It was not pleasant. I had no knowledge of him assaulting anyone, but he had little regard for people not named Gary Busey. So apparently he was a dick. Did not know that at all. And then, folks, today, story gets even sadder and fucking weirder. Apparently, they filmed Gary Busey in a park with his pants down. I don't know if he was masturbating, what the fuck he was doing. Here's the video of it. He's sitting there with his pants down. So, like, something bad going on with Gary Busey. He's having some real bad mental problems. Alzheimer's or some shit. It ain't looking good. He needs to be taken care of. His family needs to commit him or some shit. It getting bad, but you can't let this dude go around sexually assault people. He definitely ain't right in the head. I don't know if he ever was, but he definitely fucking ain't now. What the fuck is up? WTF. And then, I don't know what. Oh, that was it. That was all about what the fuck, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's see what the Dirty Sexy Boys have to say real quick. Oh, hell no. I know, right? Crazy. He needs a career. I don't know. He needs something. He needs a nurse. Sam Cedar fessed up to that. I know, right? I just showed you guys and everything. Left us best. Hell yeah. Drain damage. You got it bad. Poor dude. But also, poor women that he sexually assaulted. And folks, if you love my show, and you know you do, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Patreon.com/Codcast. I only make money off the show from you guys on Patreon and the super chats. I don't sell anything. I'm totally honest. I'm not a grifter. I don't have any merchandise. I don't con anybody out of fucking money. I just tell you how much I make. You guys see how much I make. And I only make money if you guys help me out. And I work hard on the show. I work real hard. I'm always fucking working. So please consider chipping in $1 to my Patreon. That would really help me out, and I really appreciate it. And now let's read the super chats. Super chatty chats. Thank you for everybody who super chatted me. I really appreciate it. Hit the like button. If you guys bail out during my super chats, please hit the like button before you go. It's the least you can do. Michael O'Hara, everybody, $50. Holy shit, very generous. You the man, Destiny. No, you the man, Michael. Love the show. Keep on keeping it. I will. Thank you for your very generous $50. 50 pounds. Love you. If it's just $50, why does God hate amputees? What an asshat. It's almost like it doesn't exist. Kayaruka. $5 infiltration of the school boards to indoctrinate children sounds like grooming to me. Okay, groomers. Q4S, $5 executive order 13798, signed by Trump. On May 4, 2007, removes the restriction on churches being involved in politics. Biden can undo, but hasn't. Yeah, Biden ain't gonna do fucking shit about it. Unfortunately. Jellifar $1, thank you, Joe. Urban Miles, $5. The pastor wants you to honor his title, but won't honor other people's pronouns because, you know, Jesus. Yeah, he wants people to suck his dick. He don't want to suck my dick, though. Hypocrisy. Huxa, Miss Linda is a dust buddy. What up? You too become a dust buddy for $2.99 a month and get customized emojis to spam the chat with. It's a great way to support the show. There's a button over here by the chat. You do that. You should become a dust buddy because that's amazing. Kitty, $5. How do I get out of this chud-filled dimension? You just gotta laugh, keep from crying. You can't get out of it. I guess you could kill yourself, but don't do that. Because existence is the only thing that matters. It's pretty cool, so hang in here with us as long as you possibly can. Where Pastor Greg Locke lives, just a few miles from me, that is a nightmarishly hellish. April S., $75. What? Beautiful, amazing April S. Once again, a super chat. Oh, wait, jump of the world. Can't stay for the whole show. No forgiveness tonight, but wanted to get in my super chat. Love you. Hey, love you, April. Thank you for being so generous. It really helps. You heroes are the only reason I'm able to do this show. Jello, $42. Thank you, Joe. Eric Biggs, $10. Will you please call my brother James a poon? You're a poon, James. We love your show. I love you guys. And I mean that with respect and love to both of you. Can only give you this. How to see the show later. Hey, no problem. See you on the flip side, Kubrick. Extenuous Flues, 11. I don't know if I could ever hate Ron DeSantis as much as I hate Donald Trump, but I could sure try. He bad. He very bad. Both of them horrible. Ray Fuller 666, breaking news, Trump had over 300 classified documents. Shocker! Imagine my shock. Nightfall Shadow $5. I am going to defend Donald Trump by comparing him to Buffalo Bill besides the Lambs. Yeah! Compare him to like John Wayne Gacy and shit. They'll do anything to get John Wayne Gacy. What is the world coming to? Mark Rabble 666, I hereby declare this message is declassified. Please submit it to the archivist for display at the Library of Cult of Dusty. Done! Gonna add it to my archives. Kyaruka 666. Well, in Ted Cruz's defense, it must be hard growing up normal when your dad is the Zodiac Killer. True story. Didn't he also kill JFK? That's what I heard. Buddy Cooper 666. Awesome amounts, guys. Tax the churches, tax the Rex. 666. Hell yeah, they won't, but they should. What is the current status of helping animals? 11. It's 11 is the current status. And Lauren Starlight Sanctuary Inc. $50. Oh, incredibly. I can say words. Generous. Thank you, Lauren. I'm so glad to be here live. Nothing compares to you, Dusty. Hey, nothing compares to you. Lauren Starlight Sanctuary Inc. Hero to the show. Really appreciate you. And Polly Pockets is a new Dust Buddy. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club. Spam the chat with impunity with all the cool customized emojis. Do it to it, Polly. And Unfriendly Atheist, $2. And namaste to you, buddy. And more super chats, please. All the rest of them will be read at the end of the show. So do it to it. More on yourself forever and ever in the super chats. But now moving along, folks. Time for a little section I like to call Trash World. Trash World. Dumpster fire. Hell is trash world. Trash world, trash world. Everything sucks all of the time. Trash world, trash world. And First off, on tonight's Trash Worlds, you guys following this Kefal story? So look, I have never seen a single Kefal's video, so I am not backing her up. I don't know anything about Kefal's content, but what I do know is apparently she got doxxed and people big mad. Front and center is Kiwi Farms. You guys know what Kiwi Farms is? So basically there's a whole forum, a whole website that's nothing but a forum. And the whole point of this forum is to collect information about mostly people on the left that these conservative shitheads hate. And so they start a thread about each new person on the left that they want to spread either disinformation or doxing about. And so they go out and find every bad, negative thing they can about them, and they put it on this one thread. And they also include where they work, where they live, their phone numbers, their addresses, and they encourage each other to harass and make the lives of these left-wing people as hard as they possibly can. Even I have a page on Kiwi Farms. If the show wasn't so packed tonight, I would go read you my Kiwi Farms page, because it's mostly just some of it's true, I guess. Some of it's just like stuff they talk about my videos and what I say in my videos, and some of it's just bullshit. Like one thing they spread about me is that I called a school and threatened to murder children at the school. Apparently somebody in another state whose name was Charles Smith, whose nickname was Dusty, called a school, completely different person, different state, different age, not me in any way, but they just claim that it's me. And I've been accused of this for years and years. People bring this up to me. So anyway, it's like a troll forum whose entire purpose is to harass and threaten people. And they've been doing that to Kefals, who's been getting a lot of death threats. They've been putting her home address out. Apparently, she's been fundraising off this and got her a lot of money. She's going to go over to Europe or something and live in Europe for a while to get away from the heat that her having these battles with, I think she's been having battles with like Destiny's fan base and Kiwi Farms, a whole bunch of shit. Anyway, she is trying to get Kiwi Farms taken down, like removed from the fucking internet. And it's kind of interesting. So how she's been doing this is she's been targeting the CEO of Cloudflare, which is the service provider for Kiwi Farms. It's like the last one they possibly have before they get shut down. Go away, cat. Please go away. And so if you go look at his posts, he's had to remove the ability for people to comment on his posts because so many people are going in there, backing her up, telling him that he should get rid of Kiwi Farms from Cloudflare. And she posts, I could have died because the website Kiwi Farms is a customer your company takes money from. You lock your replies instead of listening to all the people who are scared and want to see you take action. Please do the right thing. Please drop them. You could literally save lives. And if you go, she's right. He's removed the ability to comment. And the reason he's done so, if you look at his page, on the other stuff he's posted, anything he basically posts, here's 22 hours ago, a lot of the comments are like, hey, maybe you should get rid of Kiwi Farms. Maybe you should get rid of them. What's wrong with you? So they're calling it out for it. So it's a really unique way to get these troll sites removed. And it seems to be having an effect. I wouldn't be surprised to see them get rid of it. But leave it to any no-go to spread half-truths and misinformation in order to back up the troll farm doxing site that he's trying to defend. He says, a far-left activist... What are you doing? A far-left activist is trying to get Kiwi Farms kicked off the internet. The internet forum site features threads of photos and information about Antifa militants and other far-left extremists. Imagine painting Kiwi Farms as just a place that has threads on Antifa and far-left extremists. Imagine being this disingenuous, this much of a liar. Yes, they do have some threads about Antifa militants and other far-left extremists, but this site has been up way before Antifa was even a real thing on the internet, a real boogeyman they try to scare you with. This site has been up forever, and the point of it has always been to harass and dox people on the left to make our lives difficult, dangerous. But of course, liar, liar, pants on fire, anti-no-go, That's what they fucking do. And here's a great example of it, folks. Here he is lying about it. But you go to the website and they're actually doxing FBI agents on the site because the FBI agents might listen to Kefal. This says, it amazes me how quickly the ACAB communists go from fuck the police to fuck help me police. I genuinely wonder how Kefal thinks this shit would be handled in a communist country. I can barely read that. It's tiny text. Anyway, then the follow-up says, Kefal's mentioned a police chief, Williams, contacting him and SWAT about the swatting. She got false swatted. That's where they send SWAT teams to your house to harass you and to try to get you killed. That's what they did to her. Here's the police chief's Twitter. Here's the picture of him. This is just from his Twitter. I haven't touched his Facebook. If police gonna watch us, I'm going to watch them back. His name is Stephen Williams, but it goes by Steve. So they're literally doxing FBI agents now. Or I guess this is just a police chief. That's not the FBI. But this is what they do. It's literally a harassment forum. That's the entire point of it. And it's got to the point where even the guy that runs the forum is begging them to quit. It's another Kefal's post asking people to help boycott Cloudflare. But here's the guy that runs Kiwi Farms, begging them to fucking settle down because he can read the tea leaves. He can see that they're probably going to shut his site down, which is his only base for making money, and he's scared. He says, from the bottom of my fucking heart, I beg you, lighten the fuck up. Stop getting mad at Wings of Redemption and Darkside Phil making money. Stop frothing at the mouth with rage every time a person of gender joins the forum. Stop chasing away content and let potential sources say what they have to say before you start judging them. Stop encouraging SWAT pranks and other criminality. It's not funny, and I'm the asshole that has to deal with the FBI. Yeah. This is your comeuppance. This is what you've built. This is what you've allowed to happen. This is what your entire point of your whole goddamn forum and website is about. Now you're going to bitch because your money's about to be taken away? Too little, too late, motherfucker. It goes on to say, not many people who joined after 2019 seem to appreciate how the forum's existence is constantly at risk. Between 2014 and 2019, we removed from at least 100 VPS providers. It was a constant game of cat and mouse. In 2019, I spent thousands of dollars to put the forum on its own hardware to reduce the number of third parties who can deplatform us. Despite this, every year, something else breaks. In 2021, DreamHost, the company I've used since I was 13, told us to move our domain to another register. Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal refuse to let us process payments, so making money is very difficult. We still grow despite this hardship, and the burden falls on me to figure out how to make ends meet. Since 2019, we have been engaged in various lawsuits. 2 litigants have kept the forum in state of being sued for years. We are in the right, but lawyers charge $200 to $500, so he's begging them not to do what the entire forum was made to begin with to do. So, too late, fucko. Looks like Kiwi Farms is going to go bye-bye. I need to read my fucking Kiwi Farms thread before it goes bye-bye, though. We'll see what happens. And then next up, on Trash World, apparently a deputy sheriff in West Virginia was arrested for violently assaulting and pepper spraying a handcuffed man. After the attack, Lance Caretza falsified the report by lying and saying he used pepper spray before the victim was handcuffed. And yep, picture checks out. This human thumb, exactly what I imagined when I read the description of what happened. So, nothing will happen to him, though. I doubt very seriously, because nothing ever did. And here's more from Tizzy Entertainment. Did you guys see this one? Holy shit. This was in Mulberry, Arkansas. The Crawford Sheriff Department. And I don't know about you guys, but this seems like a little bit of excessive force to me. So you got them beating the guy in the head while the other one knees him in the back. And the other guy leans on him, just punching him in the face, holding him down by his hair, kneeing him in the face, picking his head up, slamming it into the concrete. Totally cool. Stop resisting. Stop resisting as we literally try to beat you to death Why are you trying to save your own life? She's like, back the fuck up.
You're not even
way
seeing the
over
full
there.
video. I can't.
Anyway, let's see what Tizzy has to say about it.
If you're on TikTok, you're not even seeing the full video. I can't put the video up here. It'll absolutely get pulled down. If you're on Instagram and Twitter, you did see the full video. If not, it's members of the Crawford Sheriff's Department in Mulberry, Arkansas. 3 of them beating a man who has no shoes on. Punching him in the head, kneeing him in the side, kneeing him in the head. The extra special moment when the one officer grabs the back of his head, picks it up and slams his face into the concrete.
Get him, Tizzy! And next thing you know, Arkansas deputies suspended. Why are they not in prison? And one officer on administrative leave, probably paid, after a video posted a violent encounter with a man outside store. But don't worry, folks, they're investigating themselves. I'm sure they'll find themselves guilty. And if there's any money to be paid, it'll be taxpayer money. So, cool? Same as it always was. And folks, have you heard about the new trend called quiet quitting? It's not what you think. It's not actually quitting. Basically, it's a whole new movement pretty much being spread by Reddit, where workers are encouraged to stop going the extra mile for the companies they work for. Instead, just do the minimum you can do to get by and not get fired. All the extra work you do off the clock, all the more than 40 hours of work you work a week that you're not getting paid for, stop doing that. The company doesn't give a shit about you. They see you as nothing but a dollar sign, a way to make money, use you up and then spit out your fucking husk. So stop. Stop putting in the extra effort. Stop trying to impress them. Don't do it. Just go to work, work your 8 hours, and go the fuck home. And they call this trend quiet quitting. It's all the new rage on all the Reddits and whatnot. So, of course, the corporate-owned media, not happy about it. Here's an article from the New York Post. Can I discipline my employees who are quietly quitting? You could fire them, I guess. But, I dare you not work for free. I'm gonna punish you for, fuck off, capitalism. Sons of fucks. And the real reason that a lot of these companies want you to go in instead of working from home, and this is a great point brought up by Cal Schmidlin. Cal's reminder that a huge reason that they don't want you to work from home anymore is because in terms of capitalism, it makes the dozens of skyscrapers and office buildings they built obsolete, impractical, unprofitable, and generally a bad financial investment. Yeah, they're paying all that rent for their fancy offices with their nice views. You gotta show up, regardless of how good or bad it is for their employees. That's not really the issue here. It's all about looks. And folks, have you heard about the Bored Apes sell-off that's about to happen? Can't wait. So you guys who follow the show know that I've been speaking out against NFTs as the dumbest motherfucking bullshit perhaps in the history of American capitalism. They basically sell nothing for $250,000, $300,000. These stupid ass pictures, gifs of these ugly ass apes that people like Eminem and Paris Hilton and Snoop Dogg, idiots, are buying for $300,000. Well, apparently they're about to go to zero and be worth nothing, in theory. So what's happened here is a large percentage of the people that bought Bored Apes got loans against them. So other cryptocurrency businesses said, hey, here's the deal. We'll give you a loan with interest, of course, of 40% of whatever your Bored Ape is worth. But as part of this loan deal is you're not allowed to sell the Bored Ape until you pay the loan back. So it's basically a lien on the Bored Ape. And also part of the loan deal is that if the Bored Ape drops to 40% of what it's worth right now, then automatically it kicks in that we're going to sell the Bored Ape to recoup our cost for your loan. This is going to happen automatically. Well, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but the price of Bitcoin has dropped like 50%, and the price of these Bored Apes they paid has dropped like 60%. So automatically, hundreds of these Bored Apes are about to be triggered to have automatic sales. And once that happens is they're not going to get nearly as much as the 40% of the market value. So it's going to cause a free fall in drops of prices of NFTs, and expect these things to go to near zero in the future, which is exactly where they belong. It's a con, it's a scam, and only idiots fell for it. I'm so disappointed in Eminem. What the fuck's wrong with you, Slim? Get your shit together. And did you guys hear about the spiritual guide to Putin? Dude's name is Alexander Dugin. And here he is talking about how awesome Trump is. Let's have a listen. Go. Load up. Do it. Now.
Go ahead, Mr. Trump. In Trump we trust.
Meet the man who has been dubbed Putin's brain. Ultra-conservative philosopher and TV personality Alexander Dugin is a champion of Russian nationalism. And he says President Trump is on the same wavelength.
As long as I could judge on Donald Trump, I have remarked.
So anyway, dude loves Trump, of course. Russian propagandists love Trump. So this guy is one of the biggest, craziest warmongers in Russia. Like they said, they call him Putin's brain, and supposedly he's one of the main architects involved in the Ukrainian invasion. He literally is one of the most bloodthirsty, crazy motherfuckers out there. Well, apparently, somebody, don't know who, was trying to murder him, and they put a bomb in his car, but luckily for him, he decided to change cars at the last second, and his daughter was driving his car instead, and his daughter died. Here's the footage of the explosion. Warning, video contains some triggering shit. Here he is. He's like, oh, fuck! I bailed out of my car at the last second and let my daughter die instead of me. What an asshole I am. A mysterious car bomb killed his daughter, yep. And before you feel too bad for his daughter, apparently she was a giant fucking piece of shit too. Spread all kinds of propaganda, propping up the Ukrainian war. Wasn't as bad as her daddy, but also a horrible, horrible piece of shit. So, sort of good. Not really into death and all, but not gonna cry over it. She was the future of fascism. Yup, not anymore. So, no idea who did this, folks. Of course, they're blaming Ukraine for it. But for all we know, it could have been Putin. Putin trying to use this assassination to rally the country behind the Ukrainian war. Maybe he killed the daughter on purpose, making it look like it was his friend to stir him up. Maybe it was the Ukrainians. I have no idea. Maybe it was somebody that they were having an affair with. Who knows? It could be literally anybody. We have no clue. But shit's getting real, yo. Coming home. Roosters are coming home to roost. Chickens are coming home to roost, motherfuckers. Better be afraid. This guy literally is quoted as saying, what does not kill me, kills somebody else. That's some chilling shit in hindsight. And then, folks, goddammit, they're trash all the fucking time. That's what they're all about. Here's Newsmax's Benny Johnson. You know the guy behind the show The Left Can't Meme, which is a show of nothing but right-wing memes that only serves to prove the right can't meme? It's the craziest shit. Well, here he is, basically trying to instigate violence against transgender people, because this is what they are.
We realize that family is a gift from God above.
Nope.
And it is the most important thing, and we shall not sacrifice our children on the altar of wokeness with these freak teachers.
Who? What freak what are you talking about?
You ever seen these green hair teachers?
No,
Luckily,
really.
like, they paint their hair green. That happens in nature. God created that. If you see a neon-colored animal in the Amazon, don't touch it. It's poisonous. And these teachers are too. Ladies and gentlemen, we realize that our children are the most important gift that we have ever been given in life, and we will protect them here in the Midwest.
Okay, groomer.
It also means common sense. In the Midwest, we know that boys are boys, and we know that girls are girls.
Which one are you?
There are two genders, and if a boy walks into the girls' locker room in the Midwest, gonna get his ass kicked. But
Yeah! Violence against transgender people! Woo!
Not by the dudes, but by the girls.
Uh-huh.
The girls of the Midwest can fight.
Yeah, super cool, dude. We know what you're saying. We know what you're doing, trying to instigate violence towards trans people. Showing us the love of Christ, as you guys fucking always do. And last up, on Trash World, you guys know who Ron Jeremy is? So Ron Jeremy is arguably the most famous porn star in history. And he a dude. And most of you guys might not know this, but Ron Jeremy was actually sort of handsome back when he started out. This is him now, though. Not looking good, not going well for Ron Jeremy. So they recently put out a new documentary about Ron Jeremy in the UK, and it's pretty fucking good and pretty fucking interesting about all his sex crimes. Yeah, dude in jail for sex crime, gonna be in jail his entire fucking life, and it's sort of interesting story. So basically, Ron Jeremy has had sex with like 5,000 women. He's had sex with so many women, and when he goes to bars and stuff, a lot of women come up to him and they like allow him to grope them, or they like pull up their boobs, or they like ask to see his dick and shit. So he's used to women like throwing themselves at him. But he also is a giant creep, and he feels like he's has the right to just fondle, grope, rape anybody he wants to, because some women are into it. He thinks he has the right to do that to every fucking woman. And so he has a long history of like sexually assaulting women in bars and raping women. But it gets kind of like the water gets kind of muddy. Like one of the women that accused him of rape was another porn star he was working with. And then the day after she accused him of raping him, she actually went out and did a sex scene with him in a movie. And years later, she did another sex scene with him, which a lot of people were like, well, if he raped you, why are you doing sex scenes with him? So it kind of makes her look like she's not 100% telling the truth. But a lot of other women have come out of the closet to tell their stories about being sexually assaulted or raped by him. One of them was one of his best friends, who was his best friend for years, who he never made any kind of advances towards. And then just one day, out of the blue, he tried to rape her in a bathroom. She was interviewed on this documentary. And apparently he digitally penetrated a 15-year-old. He tried to rape another girl who was trying to get an interview with him at one of the conventions he was at. Took her in a stairwell and tried to rape her. So they had all these people give their accounts on this documentary, and I can't show you much of it for obvious reasons. The thing was done in the UK, basically, and it was very graphic. They showed a lot of porns. They showed all the porns, direct nudity, so I had to be very careful. But basically, he was a big creep the whole fucking time. He was just this disgusting creep the whole time. But as he got older, he kind of got senile, seems to be having some cognitive issues, so he's getting worse and worse. He just, everywhere he went, he would just grope women and stick his fingers inside them. Even Cat Black talked about one time she met him at a bar, and he groped Cat Black. And so here's how bad he got at the end, folks. He was just gone mentally.
He's being persecuted.
He's being persecuted. So the voiceovers is one of his friends that believes that he's totally innocent. Doesn't believe all the women that have credibly accused him of rape.
Getting old. He's frail and mentally incompetent. He's fragile. More so the past 4 to 5 years.
How many porn movies have you been in the past year?
I have the world's record. I know that in a period of 3 to 4 years, it's been about 800, 900, of films.
Right.
I think him being the butt of everyone's jokes, let's laugh at him. He's so used to it, but people don't also understand that his health was fading very badly.
We had a little bite to eat. Mm-hmm. Why don't you let us come say hello?
It is believable.
So, mentally infirmed and also a giant rapey piece of shit. They said towards the end he stopped bathing, didn't take care of himself, just an incredibly creepy old man in every way. So yeah, he's gonna spend the rest of his life in jail. But interesting, if you haven't seen it yet, it's called Porn King, The Rise and Fall of Ron Jeremy, which I obviously paid for. I would never pirate anything. And that is my Trash World. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's see what the Dirty Sexy Boys have to say. LOL, what the fuck? I know, right? This is very sad. It is very sad, but like, he's kind of a piece of shit, so I don't feel real bad for him. He's blasted. Something wrong with him. He got problems. My dick fell off. I'm sorry to hear that, unless you wanted that to happen. Untreated syphilis, probably got all of the venereal diseases. Having sex with 5,000 women will do that to you, I imagine. These hoes, though, opportunity hashtag, don't know what that means. Meth is bad, don't do meth. Don't recommend it. And now, folks, moving right along. Let's do Beyond Parody. Beyond Parody! Folks, can't be a Beyond Parody without Jordan Peterson, the daddy of the right. Teach me how to live, Jordan Peterson. And man, like, I'm starting to feel bad for Jordan Peterson. This dude is not doing well at all. Just, it's hard to believe that people listen to this guy and hear deep thoughts and genius when it's just rambling fucking stupid nonsense. Let's have a listen to this crazy bullshit.
Matter isn't dead dust. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is. Matter is what matters. There's a definition. That's a very weird definition. But what's real? Matter. It's like, okay, that's one answer. What's real? What matters is real. Because that's how you act. Okay, so that's different than matter. It's like, okay, what's the most real of what matters? How about pain? Why is it the most real? Try arguing it away. Good luck. So pain is the fundamental reality.
No, pain is not the pain is not the fundamental reality. What the fuck? So to me, the fundamental reality that I experience is just the information that my senses are inputting into my computer brain and how the information is processed. That's what fundamental reality is to me. It's definitely not fucking pain, though. It's not sorrow. It's not sadness. Mostly, I enjoy my life. Holy shit. Seek help, Jordan Peterson.
All right. Well, that's rough. Doesn't that lead to nihilism and hopelessness? Yeah, doesn't it lead to a philosophy that's antithetical towards being? The most fundamental reality is pain. Yes. Is there anything more fundamental than pain? Love. Really? If you're in pain, love and truth, that's what you got. And you know, if they're more powerful than pain, maybe they're the most real things.
This man is not well. And conservatives, this is your self-help guru? I'm just saying, he's the most miserable person I've ever seen. Why would you choose the most miserable son of a bitch I've ever fucking seen to be your self-help guru? To teach you how to live your life? For fuck's sake, you don't have to pick me to teach you. But at least somebody who's happy, who seems to be enjoying their fucking life. Why would you follow this guy off a fucking cliff? Because you're conservatives and you're sort of fucked up to begin with? Probably. And one more for Jordan Peterson. Let's just play it.
But Nietzsche said, God is dead and we have killed him and we'll not find enough water to wash away all the blood. So that was Nietzsche. He's no fool.
He's no fool. We should worship Nietzsche. Who gives a fuck about Nietzsche? Nietzsche boring as shit. Not as boring as you, but...
So that was Nietzsche. He's no fool.
He's got away with words.
He certainly does. And so then you think, okay, well, we killed the transcendent. Well, what does that mean for science? Well, it frees it up because all that nonsense about a deity is just the idiot superstition that stops the scientific process from moving forward.
Exactly.
That's basically the new atheist claim, something like that.
That's
it's
the
like,
right claim,
wait a second. do you believe in the transcendent if you're a scientist? And the answer is, well, not only do you believe in it, you believe in it more than anything else, because if you're a scientist, you believe in what objects to your theory more than you believe in your theory. Now, we got to think that through very carefully. So your theory describes the world, and as far as you're concerned, your description of the world is the world. But because you're a scientist, you think, well, even though that's my description of the world and that's what I believe, there's something beyond what I believe. And that's the object. And so I'm going to throw my theory against the object and see where it'll break.
I mean, yeah, you don't have all the information of the universe, so there are things outside your knowledge base. But this is in no way connected to God whatsoever, unless your definition of God is human ignorance, which is a fair definition.
And then I'm going to use the evidence of the break as a source of new information to revitalize my theory. So as a scientist, you have to posit the existence of the ontological transcendent before you can move forward at all. But more.
Okay, I'm going to stop this. I'm bored. I don't even want to finish this. I had shit I wanted to say, but I can't listen to this guy's mouth anymore. Next up on Beyond Parody, apparently Dr. Mehmet Oz trying to rehabilitate his image. And dude, just stop. Stop.
I won't stop the beat to go. I won't stop the beat to go.
What the fuck? No, Dr. Oz, no! You are going to lose miserably, and you deserve to lose. Holy shit. Conservatives not sending their best. That's for goddamn sure. Or maybe they are. I guess that is the best. That's how sad it is, and I almost wanted to skip this one because it's mean. I don't want to make fun of these guys too much, but Real Life Justice League of everyday superheroes patrol Liverpool fighting crime, but so far, they've only managed to thwart one pickpocket, and this is them, and they're trying their best. They're trying. I mean, oh no. Good luck to you guys. I feel bad now that I included them in the Beyond Parody segment, and folks! Mike Lindell's back. He had a whole nother huge symposium this weekend. Finally, all the evidence that proves voter fraud has been unleashed in this 2-day symposium. And holy shit, he spent a lot of money on this. He really did. Like millions had to been spent on this, folks. Had a big hall he rented out. There was representatives from all 50 states were flown in to give their evidence about voter fraud. Here he is selling it.
I just want you to know when this weekend, when these couple of days are over, you're going to see stuff that's going to shock the country, shock the world. I know this afternoon, all of the, when we had the Cyber Symposium, it planted seeds that a lot of you are here today. We're going to see the manifestation of those seeds this afternoon when we do the states-by-state address. If you're watching from home, everybody, we hope to get millions online. The only way this weekend fails is if people don't watch. Just want you to know
right, folks, the only way this weekend could possibly fail is if nobody watches it. This just in, nobody fucking watched it, folks. I almost feel bad. Not really, but I almost feel bad. 28 people watching. Oh my God. 28. Imagine spending millions of dollars and 28 people watch. So in his defense, okay, at their peak, on the one site that was tracking them had 1,500 viewers. So spending millions of dollars, having representatives from all 50 states and with all the press tuning in to cover it, he managed to barely get more viewers than I get sitting in my bed, running my fucking mouth in Podunk, Mississippi. So, not that great. Wish I could feel sorry for him, but folks, he brought it. I know you didn't think he would. I know you thought he was full of shit. Just another con like there always is, but he brought it. Let him explain himself. All the indisputable evidence for voter fraud that he unleashed at this symposium.
And she said, Mike, now Steve Bannon, everybody out there, they advertise your products and they use promo codes. So I told her the story of my promo codes, how my business has been run since 2014, or actually right after 2012. And I said we do rev shares, we do all kinds of stuff that other companies don't, because we track each. What if you had to live off any ad, just that ad?
I will stop you right there. Dude spends 2 minutes talking about his promo codes. What in the fuck is happening here? And not a lot of people showed up, folks. Mostly empty chairs at this thing. Mike Lindell's grift has run its course. It's all, but no, it hasn't, folks. Because he held the big guns to the end. He had a surprise guest who came out and 100% proved voter fraud. Prepare to believe, folks. Who do you think it is? I bet you can't guess. It's Marjorie Taylor Greene. And she gonna tell us all exactly how she knows 100% the election was stolen. Let's listen to her indisputable proof.
Especially right now. During the 2020 election, Brian, it was amazing. The energy and just the excitement for President Trump. I mean, there were boat parades all over Lake Lanier and other lakes. People were driving these big, massive caravans for Trump, sign waving all the time. We never thought Georgia would go for Biden. And I know for a fact it didn't. I know.
Right, folks, proof it was stolen because of the boats. All the boats. Did you see all the boats? How are you going to explain the boats away? I mean, I don't even know why we even count votes anymore. Why don't we just go out there and count boats from now on? Boats, not votes. I think we can all get behind this. So he did it. That crazy son bitch did it. He proved all the voter fraud. Trump going to be back in 2 weeks, folks. 2 weeks. It's going to happen. I have the faith. I have all of the faith. And, but no, putting the joking aside, it's over for Mike Lindell. You know how I know? Because on the #1 Trump website, the website that is devoted to worshiping Trump 24 hours a day, that's all they do. That's the entire point. Not a single word about the symposium that Mike Lindell paid millions of dollars to put on that's supposed to put their boy Trump back in office. They don't mention it. Not a word. Nobody. Not a single thread about it. On the #1 Trump ass-kissing site in the goddamn world. That's how you know it's over for him. When he can't even get the Trump website to talk about it. The fat lady has sung, turn out the lights, the party's over, and it couldn't happen to a bigger piece of shit than Mike Lindell. Amazing! And speaking of beyond parody, shamelessness is their superpower. Up is down, left is right, black is white. It's all fucking flipped in this bizarre world. Here's Fox News explaining the alternative reality to us.
The only thing extreme or that people take issue with on Donald Trump is his disposition or personality, his bravado.
Not his politics.
Not his politics. If you look at his policies that are labeled extreme, they are quite mainstream on both the Republican Party and formerly the Democrat Party.
Yes. They are nuts! Now, yes, we don't like Trump because he's a bloated, egotistical, narcissist, megalomaniac, acts like a fucking whiny crybaby, lies when the truth will work better. Yeah, we don't like all that about him. He is incredibly embarrassing, but no! His policies are not fucking popular. Tax cuts for the rich, not popular, especially not with Democrats. He increased drone striking, 400%. Let Saudi Arabia getting away with murdering American journalists, banning transgender people from the military. Holy shit, just everything. Deregulation, making it to where they can pollute our planet more. Pulling us out of the Paris Agreement, doing nothing, doing the opposite of nothing about climate change, exacerbating it. These things are incredibly unpopular, trying to destroy Obamacare, trying to make healthcare less affordable and accessible to Americans. Everything he fucking did was unpopular. Except to a very small select group of sycophants and cult members. Holy shit, you guys lie every word out of your fucking mouth. It's wild. And this is how crazy it's getting, folks. They are covering Trump 24/7 on Fox News now. Bitching, complaining, moaning, declaring he's the victim. And then they're complaining that they are covering Trump so much. They're literally complaining about the thing that they are doing. This is how ridiculous this goddamn trash world is.
It's the Trump show 24/7. He's dominating the headlines since the FBI raided Mar-a-Lago last week. You know, whether it's January 6th, the story about Trump's attorneys, his allies, his CFO, his Truth Social, it's all Trump all the time. Yes, our 45th president is a story. It's just not the story. And while it may be good news for these network ratings, it's not good news for the American people, you and me. They're denying you coverage of things you should really be caring about, hearing about, at home and abroad. All right, let's start right here at home. For example,
you are literally doing it. You are doing it, and then you're complaining that you're doing it. Holy fuck. Talk about not taking responsibility for anything. It's just bananas time. Good goddamn. And little QAnon news. Not enough to do the song, but QAnon conspiracy theorist Deanna Lorraine knows how to stop all these evil school mass shooters. You know what we need to do? I wish I was making this up, folks. We need to arm the children. And yes, she does say it.
They're trying to pull on people's heartstrings and say, oh, this poor little boy going to school wearing a bulletproof vest and having to wear a helmet because of the fear of school shooters, right? Sorry, but I want to teach my son how to handle a gun.
Sorry, I don't have any sympathy for him feeling like he has to go to a war zone in his hat and his bulletproof vest. Who cares? Little shit needs to learn how to toughen up, grab a gun, and get to the war.
I want to teach my son how to intelligently use guns and operate them because there is going to be a threat someday and they're going to be in danger someday. And I want them to be able to protect themselves, not have to just wear a bulletproof vest and a hat. No, I want them to be able to actually protect themselves against real threats and kick some ass out there and maybe intervene when a school shooter comes and shoots their asses. I don't want them to go to school defenseless or scared. I want them to be able to know how to protect themselves.
Arm the schools. It's amazing. We can send $80 billion to the Ukraine, but we can't arm our schools and protect our own children.
Right, exactly. And arm our children. I mean, and have them learn how to protect themselves. That's what's going to stop shooters. That's what's going to stop threats, not, going to school just wearing a bulletproof vest, okay?
Absolutely.
That's right. Arm the kids. Every child needs to be issued an AR-15. What's the worst that could happen? I'm sure that will make less shootings happen. Definitely. This is real life. God damn it. And then, on Beyond Parody, folks, Randy Quaid wants you to know that the reason that you know that Trump didn't start a coup to overthrow the government on January 6th is because if he did it, he would have succeeded. Like everything else he does, and Randy Quaid would have been there to help him overthrow the government. Yeah, he would have succeeded. Like he's the president right now. He's not. He's not the president. Even if you think that it was stolen from him, he failed. He let it get stolen from him, if you believe that. So he doesn't succeed at everything. The fact that he is a fucking clown that fails miserably at most of what he attempts does not mean he didn't fucking attempt it. Logic King Randy Quaid there. And, all right, I'm going to skip this one for now. I'm running out of time on the show. And, folks, conservatives are getting better at comedy. And as a lefty, I'm getting nervous. And holy shit, this is one for the Beyond Parody books here. Steven Crowder is almost 40 years old. Has millions of conservative listeners. One of the most popular conservative influencers of all time. And this is the type of comedy he's putting out. This is the level of his audience that he is trying to reach. And he knows the level of his audience because this is the kind of stuff they respond to. Good God, how can this be real life?
Biden farts, do-do-do-do-do-do. Biden farts, do-do-do-do-do-do. Biden farts, do-do-do-do-do-do. Biden farts.
Biden sharks do 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 do. Biden sharks do 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 do. Biden sharks do 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 do. Biden sharks. With the poke do 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 do. With the poke do 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 do. With the poke do 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 do. Biden sharks. With the Dutch do 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 do. With the Dutch do 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 do. With the Dutch do 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 do. Biden farts. Biden farts do 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 do. Biden farts do 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 do. Biden farts do 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 do. Biden farts.
I don't even want to be around anymore. I don't even know what. Making millions. He's making millions. Just these guys, they get handpicked by YouTube to get continuously recommended by the algorithm and rewarded so fucking heavily for it. And this is the type of content they're putting out. We're just doomed as a species. And here's another example for it. I told you guys this before. Tim Pool has so much money because the YouTube gods just picked him out of a hat. Decide that he is one of the ones that they're going to feature repeatedly. For no real reason at all. And because the YouTube gods decided that he's going to be their man, or one of their men, they've sent so many millions of conservatives his way, and he has so much money now. He's making so many millions, he doesn't even know what to do with it. He's putting up billboards on Times Square of himself just to fucking show off. And now he has bought a band to back him up, and he's releasing an album, a vanity album. Because like I said, he has so much fucking money. He's like, I'm just going to buy myself a band so I can be like a cool rocker from the 90s. He's created a new type of music called beanie rock. And folks, he just released a sample of his new single that apparently is going to be coming out on an album he's releasing. This is real, folks. I'm not making this up. I heard this, and now you have to. And yes, it is as bad as you've imagined. Here you go, the world premiere of Beanie Rock. A new single called Only Ever Wanted by Tim Pool. I'm sorry. Oh God, how did you manage to find a guitar that out of tune? You're a multi-millionaire. How are you this bad? Dude, don't even take off his beanie to rock. Nothing more rock and roll than being embarrassed of being bald as shit. Just own it, Temple. Good God. Fuck you, YouTube. This is why we can't have nice things. And that is my Beyond parody. I'm so sorry. Poser, I know, right? Stop it. I did. I'm sorry. I heard it, though, and you have to suffer as I have suffered. No, it's worse. It is worse. Please don't play it. I did. I'm sorry, but not really. He never left 2001. I know, right? That's some dated, old-ass shit. Emo music. I know, worse than Nickelback somehow. How is that even possible? My ears, I apologize. That was bad. I don't feel bad at all, though. You guys deserve it for watching this show. And now, folks, moving right along. It's time for some heroes. Heroes! Oh, Billy Bowie! Loved him and whatever the fuck he was in. And first up on the heroes, Gavin Newsom apparently just put forth a bill that spends $4.7 billion for kids' mental health. And like, good? All these people, all these conservatives, all politicians in general, but conservatives love to talk about mental health. It's not the guns killing people, it's the mental health, but they never do any fucking thing about it. But Gavin Newsom actually doing fucking something about it. $4.7 billion, putting the money where his mouth is. And that deserves to be on the hero list, so good on you, Gavin Newsom. Probably going to be president someday. And then, did you guys hear about the scandal involving the Finnish Prime Minister, Sanna Marin, an incredibly beautiful, intelligent, attractive woman? And apparently, I don't know what she was thinking, but she dared to have fun and dance at a party? What were you thinking? Why? Why did you do this? Here's the video of her dancing and having fun scandalously. So she literally just at a party, had a few drinks, and she's having fun like a normal human being, but outraged! They were outraged over there in Finland, and they made her take a drug test, folks. She got criticized by the opposing party and had to take a drug test, and she was like, I was just having fucking fun, yo! What? I was just having fun. Apparently, they want to make Finland like the town in Footloose where it's illegal to dance or something. I don't know. I'm guessing it's the conservatives over there in Finland trying to fuck shit up. But it had the opposite effect. She got a lot of fucking support from the Finnish people, including a lot of women. A new trend going around was Danish women are posting videos of themselves partying while tagging Finnish Prime Minister Sanna Marin to show support after the backlash she faced when a video of her dancing at a party was leaked, and all of them are doing it. Good to see that she has some backup with the Finnish women. You go, heroes. Have you some fun. As someone who likes to dance himself, get on with your bad selves. Life's too short not to fucking party and have a good time. Dance like no one's watching. Or dance like everybody's watching. Who gives a shit? Just dance. Do it, motherfuckers. And then, last one on the heroes list. This is kind of a minor hero, but it's a cute story. Apparently, there was this 7-foot monster. And poor dude, he was in a regular plane seat, knees hitting his chin. And this woman, she in like the seat that has the door, the emergency exit, and it has way more leg room. So she like, hey, you can sit here, giant motherfucker. So they swap seats, which is nice. Play! God damn it, it ain't gonna fucking play. Anyway, you guys believe me? That's what happened. Here we go. There you go. 7-foot guy, switch seats with her. Nice! Nice story. Way to go, hero. And that's my heroes! Yeah, we could be heroes just for one day. What you guys got to say about that? Basically, Jim Rickards is a gold scammer. I don't know who that is, but I'll take your word for it. Dusty, a dancing fool. You know I am. Dusty, get it. You go, girls. I know, right? Celebrate holiday. And now we got a short Karen section. Only like 2 Karen stories, but I'm going to play the intro anyway because the fucking intro is amazing. So, here we go. It's clear you're just a mess. You should be caring less. It's obvious you're completely out of touch. 'Cause, bitch, you're caring too much. People were like, hey, you need a male Karen on that list. Didn't you see the Trump Karen? And I'm pretty sure the dog was a boy too. So, in there, first off, imagine being this person, being this petty, being this much of a piece of shit. Kathy McKay just proudly advertising what a piece of shit she is. She says, new amusement for hubby and I, making mass people repeat themselves several times more if they're behind plexiglass. Hilarious! Way to go, fuck with the frontline workers. Just trying to do their best, most of them making minimum wage to help us in our everyday lives. Way to make their lives more unpleasant, harder. You're so cool. Wish I could be you for 5 seconds, goddamn Kathy McKay. Way to advertise your Karen-ness. And one more. This one's a hero mixed with the Karen. So apparently this guy is working at some kind of health center, taking a break from helping all the people at his health center. And this other guy is one of these annoying pieces of shit who's trying to make a viral video by going around harassing people and filming it. And this is what happens to him. And good God, the last words that this guy says are so smooth and cold-blooded. Hero shit right here.
Go over here. What do you think about the Negros? Hey, man. What do you think about the Negros?
Go to hell.
Yeah?
You want this camera shoved up your ass?
I'm not trying to... I just
Negroes,
asked you
go
a
to
question.
hell.
Okay? Are you gonna, like, press my girlfriend like a little pussy, like, pushing people? Because I did nothing. What did I do to you? Like, seriously, like, seriously, you're, like, talking shit on me. What did I do? I don't understand. This is my girlfriend's phone, man.
Take your camera and shove it up your ass, you little piece of crap. Do you understand that? You asking me about fucking Negroes? You want to fucking talk about Negroes? You want to talk about shit?
You're
Go
the
to
one
hell.
pressing me, bro. Seriously? No, I'm not going to hell. I embrace God. I don't understand what your fucking point is. Like throwing a fucking cigarette at me? Why do I deserve that? I don't understand what your point is, bro. Like, seriously.
Understand that.
Understand that?
Unfortunate.
You just got maced, motherfucker. Now he gonna turn into a
Baby, I just
simpering
got
pussy.
pepper sprayed.
Because pepper spray hurts.
Yeah.
Target. Let's go.
What a fucking digger. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Said the
Here.
N-word. So classy.
No, I got water. Here.
I want to lick you, little piece of shit. Fuck you.
Here. Water. Here. Water. Here.
I don't care.
Oh my God! I got maced. Yeah, what we learned? Mistakes were made, motherfucker. Be better. Don't make the same mistake next time. But that's my short Karen section. Ha ha ha! I know, right? Hilarious. And folks, got one more section coming up. So last chance to get your super chats. And who loves overtime? Everybody fucking loves overtime. Got a long, slow news week coming ahead of you. So reward me for overtime. Do it to it. Nothing more prophetic than an old fart using woke in a sentence, any sentence. Yep, it's all they got though. Stupid culture war shit they made up. It's the only way they can get idiots to vote for them now. They're too unpopular otherwise. And hilarious, agreed. Pretty funny. And one more section, folks. Gonna wrap it up with a little thing I like to call... Slow News Week with Dustin Smith. Yeah! Hell yeah! And first off, on tonight's Slow News Week with Dustin Smith, yeah, you guys love the 3D chalk art. You know you do. It's pretty cool. This guy got 5 fucking million views. Let's skip ahead. Pretty cool. It looks 3D as fuck. Some Super Mario bullshit. Jump up the other one, dude. You talented. Love it. It only 3D from a certain angle, though. That's the cool part about it. How do you even see in 3 dimensions like that? My ass don't see in 3 dimensions like that. And then, I don't know why I like this one, folks, but I did. I think the reason I like this one is because when they sing Feliz Navidad, their faces are like, they're trying to be all cute in their faces, and it does. It warms my heart. They are cute. Let's have a look.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad.
Fun for the whole family. Feliz Navidad. Not yet, but close. And then on Slow News, that's what yeehaw. Apparently, according to this article, a record company has signed an artificial intelligence rapper. So this is the claim, that artificial intelligence created this rap song, and the rapper is so good, he has been signed by a record company. Uh-oh. AI said the N-word. Cultural appropriation. Now, from AI? Oh, hell no. And so then I looked into this, folks, and turns out it's bullshit. It's complete fucking bullshit. This is just a marketing ploy. To what level the AI actually wrote this song is not fully known, but what we do know is the lyrics are actually sung by another rapper, and the beats are put together by producers. They say that the AI suggested certain lyrics or certain beats, but how much it actually put into this, probably very little. This is just a total fucking marketing ploy, and they're doing great. Got 10 million followers on TikTok with this bullshit. But like, I'm all for it. If AI does actually create music that's good, I'll listen to that shit all day long. My Spotify playlist will be nothing but AI artists as long as it's music that's actually good. But this is just marketing. I see right the fuck through it, and then Breaking Bad. Did you know that in one of the episodes of Breaking Bad, Walter White predicted COVID-19? It's true, folks. This scene is 100% real. This is real. It's real.
You and me.
Jesse, in 2021 there will be a global pandemic. Virus COVID-19 will kill millions.
I went back and looked, folks. That really happened on Breaking Bad. Trust me. Don't go look. Just trust me that that's real. And then on the slow news, we have to say, yeah. Oh man, Louis Guzman. I kind of feel bad for it a little bit, but he's taking it really well. So he's the new star of the Addams Family show, and people are sort of mad, like a racist quartering is like, hey, how come they picked a Mexican guy to play Gomez? Because it's a Mexican guy. So anyway, they've been showing the original cartoon to show the perfect casting. So someone posted this picture of Louis Guzman and Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia and Gomez, and then the original picture from the cartoon, and boom, looks exactly like it. And they said, looking back at Charles Addams' original comic strips, Tim Burton casting is spot on. And Louis Guzman says, humbled, because that's spot on. And he's like, I am definitely humbled. That'll humble you, being compared to this picture, but if it fits, I don't know, but pretty funny Louis Guzman. Glad he can take it with a sense of humor. This is pretty cool. I don't know if you guys saw this one or not, but this guy got a cool ass gaming rig for driving. But the coolest part of his gaming rig is they have a little pine tree air freshener that moves according to how he's driving. So it tracks where he's turning, the gravity of his turns, and it moves depending on how he's driving. That's pretty fucking cool. That's some next level bullshit. I gotta step my fucking game up. And let me skip that one. And god damn it, this lady needs to save some talent for the rest of us. How the fuck people do shit like this? She drawing with both her hands and both her feet. I can't even draw a goddamn stick figure with like all my hands. I can't even make it happen. How's she doing this? Lady, slow down. You ruining the curve for the rest of us. Making us fucking look bad. Dial it back a little bit, lady. Holy shit, that's some talent. And then, what is this one? Oh yeah, did you see this? That's pretty cool. This is a monument and art installation in Charlotte, North Carolina. Artist Craig Walsh put faces in the trees to honor the souls of the enslaved people buried in the cemetery with no name, and pretty cool. So I'm guessing how he did this was he did shape up the trees a little bit to be like a face, but mostly it's a projection, a projector casting the image up on the tree, and pretty cool. Haunting image. I like that. Can see why that went viral. And if you guys seen the new C-130 aircrafts, they're like these giant airplanes that have jets attached to the back of them to allow them to take off faster. And at first I was like, I thought this motherfucking thing exploded. It's going down the runway and boom, all of a sudden. That doesn't look safe. What the fuck? But I mean, that's cool. I gotta admit, it's pretty cool. Don't look safe at all to me, though. Not sure I'd be on that. And then, one more. Only one more. Okay. This dude, he must have been, I don't know if he on meth, he on heroin, he tired as fuck, he had a long week, but apparently he had lit up a cigarette on an airplane and didn't even realize he's on an airplane, I guess. Don't know where the fuck he is. There he's just puffing away and everybody's looking at him. They're like, dude, you're literally on the fucking airplane. I had to, that dude looking around, hello, where is the flight attendant? Gotta push my button, ring the bell. This motherfucker sleeping with a cigarette in his hand on a fucking airplane. We are in the air 30,000 feet. I don't think this is safe. He's like, ding, yeah. Hello? Look at this crazy motherfucker over here. He passed out with a cigarette. Come on, get him. Narc. Total narking.
Oh my God. That's against the law. You do know.
He's like, oh my God. I totally spaced. So don't do drugs, kids. Or yeah, do drugs, but don't do them like in public, I guess. Whatever. And all right, folks, that's my show. We did it. Another amazingly successful episode of the greatest show in the history of mankind. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Folks, if you love my show, please support me on Patreon. There's a link in the description of the video. Do it. You know how Patreon works, so do that thing. And let's read the super chats. Before you leave, please hit the like button before you go. It's the least you can do. Also, tell your friends about the show. Hit subscribe. Write messages. Do all of the things. You know how it works. Joseph Burke, much love to you, Joseph. For the overtime of the kiddies, thank you for rewarding me, Curia. Thank you, Dusty. Thank you, MJ. JBP. Need to keep nihilism out of his mouth. I know, right? Sad. Mark Davis, note that she said she needs to teach her son to defend himself when a school shooter comes, not if one comes. They're a doomsday cult. Yep, they know it's going to happen. It's like they don't even give a fuck. Thank you, Dusty. Thank you, Strenuous Flus. Good to see you tonight. April Shadows. Pain is the fundamental reality, and that is why people punch me and shove me into lockers too much. And the clear answer is to have a clean locker. Clean your room, bucko. Get the pitchforks. Crap, got distracted. No forgiveness. Q Rock. Jordan Peterson is the guy all stupid people think are a smart guy. Yep, they're the dumb guys version of a smart guy. Jordan Peterson, reality is pain. He's crying inside. I feel bad for him. He needs to get back on the benzos. $5.49 for turn tro. Thank you very much. Charlie Kelly, $10. Woohoo! Love you. Police lawsuits come out of their pensions. Agreed, but they won't. A-Cal. Agreed, Koya. The Red, if there's still $100 bounty for a milkshake and you, yep. Milkshake away. Chud watch. I don't know what to say anymore. Me either. It's all crazy all the time. Namaste, unfriendly atheist. I'm glad nothing compares to Dusty. Already read that. Cool. All right. Quick Q&A from the Deadest Sexy Pores. What you guys got to say to me? Let me know. Now is the time where I tell you what I'm watching. I'm watching the Black Summer again. You guys seen Black Summer? In my opinion, the best zombie show ever made. Way, way fucking better than The Walking Dead. Great show. Gonna watch it again tonight. I actually got some whippets. I haven't had anything to drink in 2 months, and I haven't really done any drugs in a while, so I got me some whippets. Gonna do some whippets tonight and watch Black Summer again. So my night's gonna be fucking awesome. Was watching that Rise and Fall of Ron Jeremy. It says Porn King, but it's not porn. I mean, it's sort of porn. There's a lot of porn in it, but it's not supposed to be porn. Kevin Can Go Fuck Himself. New season's out. Not the greatest, but what else is out there? What else is out? Oh, now, of course, I would never pirate anything, but on the pirate side, apparently, is the new Top Gun movie, which is highly rated. For some reason, the right believes the left hates this movie, and they love comparing this movie to other movies they consider woke, like Thor, Love and Thunder. in order to shit on the left. They're like, ha, see leftists, Top Gun is doing so good compared to Love and Thunder, but the left seems to love this movie too. The lefties aren't against Top Gun at all. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. I watched the Spin Me Round movie. She cute, and they had Audrey Plaza in it, who is also nice looking and a great actress, but the movie wasn't very good. I watched Day Shift. It's like Blade, if Blade was a family-friendly comedy. I watched Secret Headquarters, which is a kids movie, but it was kind of blah. And that's it. That's all the shit I watched this week. House of Dragons! House of Dragons just came out, folks, and it's good. Apparently they had 10 million people watching already. The most watched show in the history of HBO. And you know, you guys know me. I love me some Game of Thrones. I'm the one guy on the earth that thought season 8 was amazing. I'm that guy. So, you met me. Call to Dusty, why don't you ever get to see the dogs? Don't think you have any lies. Nope. I don't have any dogs. I'm just making it all up. Mostly the reason that I don't show the dogs is because I'm lazy. I actually bought a camera to show you guys the dogs. I don't ever do it. And secondly, they're always outside, and I'm afraid if I record my outside, people will figure out where I fucking live, and they'll harass me. And they, like, Kefals was at a hotel, man. Kefals was at a hotel, and on Kiwi Farms, they looked at the sheets that she had behind her in the pictures, and they somehow matched those types of sheets with the different hotels in the area and found out where she was living. People are fucking nuts. So, like, I'm kind of a little bit, like, gun shy about that. You out of sync again, Dusty? All right, well, the show's over. Can't do anything about it. Do you know you're out of sync? I didn't know I was out of sync, but what can you do about it? Always love your show. All right, don't know why I'm out of sync. Audio desynced. Okay, well, the show's over. Nothing to do about it. You went out of sync for some reason? No idea. Stupid fucking bullshit. What you gonna do? It's just dumb. But it's over. So hopefully it'll be better for the next show. Did you see what happened in Atlanta? No, I guess not. I'll have to cover that on the next show. Fix your camera. All right. You guys are seeing the speakers. My cool ass speakers I have all the fuck around me. Cat's always moving my shit all over the fucking place. Is it bad to check out Kiwi Farms? I guess it's all right. I don't give a shit. Since you have a lady, what would you suggest to meet more women? Be confident. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there, but I wouldn't worry about all that much. This world, the thirstier you are, the less likely it is somebody's going to give you a drink. So you just have to be very, very, very unthirsty, which seems like the opposite of the way things should work, but that's the way it works. Now the show's over. I can let you know you were out of sync, and I don't care. All right, well, I did the best I can. What you got to do? Technical difficulties and everything. It is what it is. Folks, I'll be back Friday. As always, be sure to tune in there for another episode of the greatest show in the history of mankind. As always, thanks to everybody who supported the show. Want to give a shout out to Ray Fuller. Thank you, Ray Fuller, who sent me 2 bags of cat food. Very, very helpful. The cats love the cat food you sent. That's their favorite shit. They won't eat anything else. So thank you, hero, for that. Much appreciated. Hey, Dusty, do you think that the students should be allowed to vote for candidates for a school board? Probably not. Probably need to let the adults do that kind of shit. Thank you, Elizabeth. Appreciate it. Josie Becker, much love to all you guys. Appreciate it. See you guys on Friday. You guys have a great week out there. Do something fun to think about me. I love the shit out of you. And as always, till next time, Logic, fuck yes, motherfuckers. And now let's have an original Dusty Smith song to play us out. How about a little chill? You guys can listen to this on my SoundCloud if you'd like to. There's also a link in the description of this video. Love you. Good night, y'all. Play!